come show jumping with me and Albie. The show wasn't on until about 5 p.m. and we had entered the 2 biggest classes, which didn't start until about 8:15.
Here's 10 things that I've learned about horses and horse riding ever since I started. Number 1 is that the horse community is so mean. All my horse riding friends, they're like, yeah, Adeline, this is why we post photos and not videos. Because people can be so judgmental. Number 2 is that horses are extremely intuitive. They can really pick up on your emotions. If you're anxious, the horse is anxious. If you're calm, the horse is calm. Number 3 is riding involves your entire body. When you look at horse riders, they make it look so easy, like they're not really doing anything. But it's like your posture, your legs, and your core. After this lesson, I was sweating, and you don't realize how much of a workout it is. Number 4, using your legs properly can guide the horse more effectively than actually using the reins. Number 5, it takes time to build trust with your horse. Number 6, horses are herd animals, so they feel more comfortable around other horses. Number 7, there's lots of different gaits, so there's not just walking and trotting. There's walk, trot, canter, and gallop. I've only ever gone up to cantering. Still learning here, okay? Number 8, every single horse has a different personality. They have their own temper, preferences, and quirks. They're like big dogs, basically. Number 9, horses love routine. Riding and grooming them consistently helps build trust with them. I definitely feel like over the months my horse has warmed up to me, which makes me so happy. And number 10, they're just babies. They get spooked over the everything, over the tiniest things, over like a garbage bag flying in the wind. They're just babies, and I've loved horse riding so far.
Film me warming up, but this was our first class of the day. This was kind of a mini show jumping, so the 2 biggest classes that they had was 50 to 55 centimeters and then 60 to 65 centimeters. So this was the 50 to 55 centimeters, and as you can see at the start of this round, he was just really sticky. He wasn't really sure what to do with his legs. He was jumping really funny. It was just typical Albie at this point. I think the fact that these jumps were quite small, he was doing this. I mean, if they were bigger, he probably wouldn't have been doing those silly shapes. So after fence 6 was the jump off. So I think in my head, because we were against time, I started riding him a little bit more forward and he started to get the hang of things in the end. Honestly, I didn't really know what to expect. I was expecting a refusal or run out at any point, but I think I was just trying to get him over the fences no matter what they look like. But the brave boy did actually end up going clear. And unexpectedly did end up winning too. So I was very, very happy with him, and I think by the look of his face he was happy with himself. Now on to our second round. This was the highest one, which was 60-65, but honestly looking back on some of these fences, I think some of them were 70. He sadly has 1 pole down here, but the difference in the first round to the second round is just unbelievable. He was absolutely flying, he was taking me almost a bit too much. And that's where I think we need to do a little bit more training to find the balance in between him taking me and not having such a flat canter. I'm actually really glad that we did enter 2 classes. I think the first one is kind of like a warm-up for what's going to happen, and then by the second round he was absolutely loving life.
I like it.
Considering I've been struggling with how spooky he is with jumping and even hacking, this was just such a good feeling. We didn't actually end up placing in this round, but I'm still really happy with how today went. But thank you for watching, and here is Albie with his win.
That's it. Mary Chrysler. Love you.
I'm coming to save you, honey. Good girl. Stay calm.
So I walked 48 blocks in $400 shoes.
Motherfucker, where is it? Where the is it? I swear to God. You laughing, girl? You trying to...
Grab my hand. Grab my hand. Now we wait. We wait for that. Now we go. Keep holding my hand.
Spend the morning with me. So I got to the yard this morning at around 7 a.m, gave Mayo a nice school. He was such a good boy, but please do ignore the stable stains. He just constantly has these now. After I went to the yard this morning, it was then time to head to the South of England show, where we have got a trade stand with my brand Gallop. So it was time to get the products out on the shelves to get everything ready for the day ahead. So after a nice busy morning serving some lovely customers, it was then time to go and grab a little bit of lunch and to watch a little bit myself as well. So me and George came across this parcel stand where you basically spend £10 to get 3 mystery parcels, and then you open them up and you could get anything apparently. So George actually got quite a good boxing skipping rope as well, which is super cool. So it's then time to head back to the stand and to crack on with some more work for the rest of the day.
Oh, don't do them all together, you idiot! Are you serious?
Alex, sieh du es nicht in seiner Box? Ich weiß nicht, wo der ist.
People always ask me who's the prettiest, most beautiful goddamn creature on the planet, and you know what I say every fucking time? This bitch.
Come with me to pick up my new horse. You guys may remember this pony, and you may also remember me begging you to be a good influence. And instead I got 5,000 comments of people telling me to buy the pony. Now if that isn't a sign from the universe, I don't know what is. So today we are down at Breamount House to take one more look at this infamous bay mare and maybe add her to the M crew. Massive shout out to Emily Larkin for producing such a cool little pony. And here she is in all her glory. It's the moment we've all been waiting for. My comments have been flooded with bay mare update, bay mare update. Well, listen guys, one thing about me, I'm a people pleaser, okay? You tell me to get the pony, I'm gonna give the people what they want. And to be perfectly fair, I think I made up my mind the second I saw on her anyway. Cat break, I found this cat. She's so cute. I was so obsessed with her. Anyway, the plan for today was obviously pick up the pony, but also to get a little lesson on her before I took her home. Because obviously the wonderful Emily has spent the entire year breaking and producing this horse and knows her like the back of her hand, whereas I don't know her at all. So I will take all the pointers I can get. Emily hopped on her first and rode her around a little bit on the flat, and then after that it was my turn. We had a really nice little ride. I got to know her a bit more, had a little jump, but you're gonna have to be patient to see the full version of that. Oh, Molly, not the cliffhanger. I'm sorry, okay? Here's a couple of clips to tide you over. Look at us go. Just hold your horses for the full thing. Get it? Like, get it? Pun intended. After my lesson on her, Emily and I took a little jaunt down the bridleway. I'm not kidding, guys. This horse is literally a old head on young shoulders. She's only 4 and nothing phases her. There was puddles, there was balloons, there was birds coming out. We even jumped this random little twig. She literally, whatever you want her to do, she's got it. Which makes me very excited because we're out here aiming to be eventers, so this is a good sign. And I know what you're thinking. 3 horses, Molly? Are you crazy? Yeah, probably. I'll tell you what I actually am, is very impulsive and easily influenced, and you guys wanted this, so we're in this together. This is our pony. So there's one more thing I need your help with. We must give our pony a name. It can't be called Bay Mare forever, and I'm gonna let you guys decide because this is our pony. My only requirement is that it has to begin with an M. We've got a bit of a theme going on here with Molly Misty Moonlight, so she's gotta fit the M crew. I'm trusting you.
When you take your horse into the pond to cool off her legs, and she rolls with you and all your tack on her.
Get up! Get up and come here. Do not make me come in this water for you. Oh my gosh, you horse. You little What did you do? Oh my gosh. What did you do? You little brat.
Jump my horse with me. Because this is only Parker's 4th time jumping since his injury. The plan was just to take it like quite steady and slow and like do really small jumps, but still do a course so that I could kind of like bring in the whole steering and all. So before I went into the arena, I actually just took him to the field to do some like more fun thing. Well, I know jumping's obviously fun as well for him, but like just to warm him up, do some canters up this hill, and it's just really good for building up his muscle, and he loves it. I then did like a few canters on both reins in the arena, just to like, I don't know, just warm him up on the arena ground, like to let him see all the corners so he wouldn't spook and all. And then I just took him over this really small cross pole. This also allowed him to figure out what striding he could do. So in the last jump, he actually put in a stride, so that was good. So then when I did it for the second time, he kind of knew what he was doing and I knew more, and then he did it really well with the perfect strides. Oh my goodness, this jump was something else because it was the first time jumping this one, so then he did not know the striding and I was such a mess. I did not tell him at all, so it was such a big mess. But then the second time that we did it, I don't remember if he actually did do it well. Wait, let me see. Yeah, well, he did it much better, so it just helped him figure out his striding. And then I actually went to do the whole course. So the first jump I was coming up to was like this little cross pole on an angle, so I was just trying to get a really straight line, I still need to work on getting straight lines and then getting him into canter and counting the strides, and he did that really well. And then I was coming up to this other one on an angle, and this one was quite difficult because it's quite close to the corner, so I didn't have as much time to like prepare for it, but he again did it really well. And then after that I was looking for my next jump, which was the one like that I did the first time, so I was pretty certain that he'd get good striding on that one. So then I just asked him to go into canter, counted the strides, and then he did it really well. And then my last jump was just the yellow one, so then I asked for canter. I tried to do like the whole thing in canter from the last jump, but it didn't really work, but he did so well. And then I just gave him a pat and cooled him down. And then you could also see me attempting to take off his saddle while still on him, and it actually did work pretty well, so I might try this again because it was actually quite fun. But yeah, thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow.
Hey guys, I'm going to take you to unwind with me at a horse show. So first I just clean my horse's stall, make sure she has fresh bedding, dump and fill her buckets, and make sure her hay net is filled, and make sure that all my stuff is hanging neatly on the front of her stall. Then I take her for a nice little hand walk around the showgrounds. This is a cool setup that we found. I braid her tail, put it in its tail bag, wrap her legs, and give her a treat and tuck her in for the night. And I finish up by heading to the sanctuary to walk my course in preparation for the following day.
Tack up and ride my new client pony Rocky with me for the very first time. So I started off by giving him a really good curry comb because the weather has been so wet and stormy and all the horses are so itchy. Here my tail brush really decided to betray me. So right now it's really important I get all the horses clean and make sure that none of their coats are uncomfortable under their tack. Here I managed to find a bridle that fit him. I thought he would fit Wrangler's old bridle, but he has a really small little head. Jumped on, started off by just doing a lot of halt work. Once he didn't want to walk off on me, then I started the work. One of my biggest priorities when I'm riding kids ponies is just making sure they have a lot of patience. He hasn't done a whole lot of dressage work, so I just wanted to encourage him to lift his back and really hold my weight because I am quite tall on him and I only rode him for 20 minutes, but kids ponies are not made by kids, and I think this is something a lot of people forget. He was absolutely perfect, so then I jumped off and gave him a hand walk.
Bigger! Come the way! Yes! Oh, now get off and do it! As long as we did it off the list today, I'm happy.
Is what dreams